All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, Horseshoe Bend. This is the biggest lot we've had so far. 0.69 of an acre, which is 29,946 feet. Might as well say 30,000 feet. From where the van is, behind the sycamore tree there, over to the auction sign is 147 feet, half a football field. And then it goes back to the easement for the utility company, almost 300 feet, 298 feet. Another great feature that I'm seeing here is there is wild berries from that sycamore tree all through here. They go back 10, 15 feet. Just wild blackberries all the way through here. So when Michelle comes up, I want her to go ahead and film some of the blackberries for you. Now, a little bit of rain came in, got cloudy, but it cooled it off. Now we're in the low 80s. We were around 90, so that's kind of nice. It's going to go all the way back. I see the telephone pole through the trees. That's how far this lot goes back to the utility easement. Michelle, do you see that telephone pole up through the trees right there?
No.
Come over here and I'll show you. That's how far the lot goes. It's basically a football field log. See it right there?
Now we see it.
All right, this is where the opening ends right here. 147 feet on the opening. You could just walk right on the lot. Perfect place to put your driveway. When we get to the back, and I'll show you the maps on television, you'll see what I'm talking about. The back at the utility easement is only 70 feet wide. The dimensions again, ladies and gentlemen, 147 feet where we're at, then 298 feet, then 70 feet, then 254 feet back to the car for a total of almost 30,000 square feet. And you get all these berries for free too. So let's go ahead and take a walk into the lot. It looks gorgeous. It looks easy to get onto. All right, getting a little bit windy again. Now coming on to this over 2/3 of an acre lot, easy to walk on to, and it is kind of rocky, but the rocks you like. Take a look at some of those landscape boulders right there, but they're mainly up when they put the road in. They moved the boulders out and made the road, and so you get the benefit of having those boulders. If you get a little tractor, you can move them around. But a huge lot here, 298 feet after we go into this cut here. Back to this easement, fairly open. Mainly looking at hickory trees through here. Gentle slope, at least through here. So we'll take you down towards the back. Most of the hickory trees have been taken out, it looked like, because they left some mature ones, and most of them are other scrubs here. Looks like somebody might have had a hunting blind right over here. Still walking down this lot. Again, basically 100 yards long, 298 feet. And there goes that wind again. And it's been pretty level around here, but I see when we go up the other side, there will be a terrace and another terrace up over there. And there is some big boulders. There's a boulder probably rolled down from someplace, big boulder there, but still have another 50, 100 feet to go. Ah, looks like you might have a creek at the very end of the lot too down here. That would explain why they have a hunting blind over there. All right, folks, now 95% of the way back to the back of your lot here where the easement for the utility company is. And that's like having free ground. People like to run their dogs up and down those easements and ride their four-wheelers. But I guess in the wet season, you have a creek right back here. Take a look at that. A little tiny bit of water in it right now. Different spots, a lot of springs up here, so maybe it's a spring fed, but when it rains I'm sure it gets a lot more water in it than the different little pools that I'm seeing right there. There's the back of our lot, at least on one end of it. It's only going to be 70 feet here, which is like the length of some city lots. Then your lot's going to go back 254 feet on this angle here, which we'll show you that in a minute. So take a look at your lot and your creek bottom here. I also see a deer trail right through here by the creek at the back of your property. And there is the creek that actually runs across the easement perpendicular. So you have this huge easement, and the smallest part of your lot is the back of the lot here at the easement. But you can see there is a somewhat maintained road through the easement, but people like to run their dogs and take walks up and down the easement, especially after they mow it. They should be coming in for mowing. But there's a flag over there, and then other flags back here, 70 foot at the back of your lot. So get you a good look at this. And the weather did change fast. We're now in the low 80s, which made it very comfortable actually. Just hope it doesn't come a big rainstorm on us. All right, let's go look at the rest of the lot. We've only came down one side and the back. Now we need to go to the middle and up back to the van. All right, folks, now coming into the back of your lot here again, this is 208 North Maple, 0.69 of an acre here at Horseshoe Bend. All right, now a little bit of an incline on this part of your lot right here. Then it kind of levels out at a nice little slope behind us. So this is actually this backside corner of your lot. It's probably the steepest part of the lot. Now I'm going to continue up for about 125 feet till I get to the middle of the southern border here. And then we'll take a look and see what the middle's like, and then we'll go the rest of the way over there. Yeah, if you wanted to build at the back of your lot, you'd really be hid. I think the first part we came into the lot was a great building spot. Huge area if you had dogs. Now you could cut out some of these trees and let the sun in, and then you could have a magnificent garden back here. Now the slope is getting more gentle, more gentle. All right, up here at the middle on the south border, what a lot. There are so many different things you could do with this lot. You could really actually come here and do a lot of measuring, probably spend a day or so. I see ways where you could have a long drive that comes around through here, have your house sitting here, maybe have a semi wraparound porch. take some of the trees out and get a little more sun in here. You also have some huge building boulders and landscape boulders. Some are not on your lot, but a bunch of them are. We're at the halfway point. Oh, I thought a deer was running, but somebody's driving up and down the road over there. At first I heard some clunking. I thought it was a deer going to come running into our camera. Get some more B-roll for you. All right, we'll give you a little pan around here, but most of your lot is right through here. And when I show you on the map, it'll make a lot more sense. But if you did have the time to come up here, have it staked really good, run tapes, and then look, you could really do something with this. Almost 100 yards long, 298 feet over here, 147 feet over there, 254 feet on this side, and then it kind of narrows down to 70 feet back there. So we'll get you a little bit of a look, but I'm kind of visualizing a drive coming where we walked in, comes over here, circles back in front of your house that you have coming out like this with the porch raised up a little bit. I mean, it would just be fantastic. Of course, it's going to cost some money, but when you steal these lots from us that cheap, you save a ton of money for sure. All right, let's give them a spin and let's keep on walking. Now coming up into the first 25% of your lot, fairly close to where you walked in, you'll see you have kind of a terrace right there that kind of arcs in the shape of the front of your lot. A higher spot at this beginning of the lot, and that's where these giant boulders were that we were talking about but never pointed them out. Take a look. That's a Rocky Mountain boulder. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 great boulders for building supplies. Make the entrance to your driveway there. Again, like I said, come here, study it. There are so many possibilities and super cool options you could do with this great piece of land right here. Let's go ahead and we're going to take you back to this other outlet. All right, folks, now I can see the van parked, so I see the flag. We're right on the property line here, I truly believe. So these giant boulders are actually on your lot. Now you go 30 feet down, you'll see how it terraces and levels out, then a slight drop and another terrace right there. But man, these would bring $20,000, $30,000 each for these boulders in Florida because we don't have any rocks and people like to decorate with the rocks. But huge lot here, almost 30,000 square feet for the lot. So if you built a house for, let's say 1,000 feet, you'd still have 28,000 feet of yard and gardens and dog kennels and roads and a hunting club. You can have your own hunting preserve on this lot. And again, they do let you hunt here. Deer, turkey. Please don't shoot the raccoons. I like coons. But let me walk down here. Now this is the steep part. And then when we get about right here, and that's probably why the boulders are sitting there, it terraces and levels back out and goes in this shape right here. And then when we go down again, right through here, it does the same thing again, where it terraces back around like this. You can probably see it, hopefully. We don't have much sun. And then that was where we walked in. I said, boy, that's a perfect place to put your drive coming in. All right, let's go ahead and head back to the van. I think it's time to get some lunch. Yeah, more boulders over here too. And boom, coming right out to your road here. All right, now coming out of the woods, back to your easement, and then to the road. And again, the wild berries, so you know you have the deer here. And you're almost at the end of the cul-de-sac. The cul-de-sac is probably another 200 feet to the end right there. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude our showing of 208 North Maple for you here in Horseshoe Bend. Almost 30,000 square foot. 0.69 of an acre. Don't miss it. It's the biggest one yet. We'll see you back at the auction.